And I see this. This is very much in our way, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let's put that over there. And let's see here. I'm going to try to display stuff as I open it like that. Come here, little turquoise chicken. You come over there. Now, we got us a clean area, huh? Did y'all get you something to drink? If you hadn't, go get it. And I'm going to show you real quick the room we're sitting in because we're about to open mail from y'all. And y'all always want to see where you're sitting. So here we go. Okay. Let's enter into the room. Here you have our outside porch, door, and coming around. Y'all don't look at the dust. And now I'm going to spin you around. I'm not getting y'all drunk, am I? And that's the way you see, that's the door we entered into, which goes into the kitchen. And yes, I keep that little gate up for my puppy dogs because they love to come in here because there's a rug. So we're not going to talk about what they like to do if they have a rug in the home. So anyway, guys, I know y'all always are wondering, what does the room look like? Where are y'all sitting and visiting with me? So here you have it. This is what you're sitting in. Y'all find your seat and let's visit. Okay, guys. Y'all get comfy. Did you get you some sweet tea or some unsweet tea or some hot tea, iced tea, coffee, right? Something. Because we're just going to visit and tell stories. I brought my little purple cow in here. You messaged me and I thank you so much for it. It's so sweet. When I watched Ashley last week, she wanted so desperately to take this home and I felt terrible. But this was my little purple cow. I might have to order her one, huh? I'm going to put my little purple cow here for y'all. I'm trying to video on Facebook a little further down because they've changed the format, or either my camera app has changed the format, that it's no longer a full video. It like cuts the bottom off greatly. So then y'all are always saying, or lots of you are always saying, Amy, I can't quite see your food, you know. So we're going to try to change that, okay? And we can use this video on Facebook as one to see if it does change it, okay? Where you can actually see what we're doing, okay? All right, guys. And I have mail from y'all since before my mother passed away. She was put on hospice. We were spending a lot more time with her prior to hospice. It's just piled up on me. And I don't know about y'all, but when something piles up on me, then I keep shoving it to the side. Like, okay, I'll get to that. It's almost like a little overwhelming, you know, like I didn't get it opened in time. So now, you know, but that's just my life. So I'm not apologizing because I can't apologize for my life, right? But I am saying that I have opened all of your mail and I love it. And some of it makes me cry, some of it makes me laugh, some of it makes me do both. But anyway, I want to do as much as I can with y'all today. And we're going to get caught up. If Ed Hair Lips Hitler, right? Hitler himself. Yeah, this is what the little purple cow came in with. Such a sweet, sweet little gift. And I love it. And he's a timer. In case y'all didn't see it on the video, he's a little timer. And everybody knows I have cows and I love purple, right? My youngest daughter-in-law said she read something about people that love purple, because many of y'all do, that we let everyone know that we love purple. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. That's weird. That's weird, crazy. I don't know. I'm throwing all those words out there, right? Okay, y'all. Let's get started in no certain order, okay? Right? Let's see here. This one comes from Frankie Jones. She says, Dear Amy, I've been out of state for a while and didn't know the passing of your sweet mother until a few days ago when my sister and I we're talking, and I told her I had not seen your videos in a while, and she told me your mom had passed. I am so sorry she passed. I do know how you were feeling. So many of you have written me the same, as I lost my dear mom several years ago. There is no love like a mother's love. Well, I certainly hope so, because I sure love my children. Sure do. I know we both miss our mothers dearly. I think of mine every day. They're the things that really help me get through the days and years of her passing is I know she's in heaven with her Heavenly Father and all her family that has passed on, and she is perfectly healed and sick no more. And I love that. And my mother, and I've heard of other people so many times, the closer they get to passing, they start calling out for the loved ones that's already passed away. And my mother did that big time. She called out for her mama, her daddy, her granny. She did, and she would converse with them. And that was actually comforting. It was awesome. It says, dwell on all the wonderful memories y'all have made during this time the good Lord gave you two together. Right? And that's just what I do. Um, and I've lost people like my best friend, and I do the same thing. And I still talk to my best friend, Wendy. I do. Keep making memories with your dad. And we are all the time. My dad and I have got back together where we're making more memories together now, because it's him and me again and his daughter. So anyway, that's what we do. We make the best of our days, right? And this came from Frankie, like I said, and I hope I'm saying that right because you hand wrote your name out and it doesn't have a name here. So if I'm missing that, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, girl. But it's a beautiful card and it's purple in a purple envelope. Y'all are so sweet how y'all go. Y'all take that extra little step just to find me something purple. And I appreciate that. It's not necessary, but I see y'all really going it. She's even got a purple stamp on here. I'm like, oh my goodness, she went all the way. But listen, that's not necessary, but I love it when you do. I sure do. Let's see. Barbara Truesdale in Orangeburg, South Carolina sent me a beautiful, sweet little card. And I thank it so much, telling me how she loves the show and she wants my year to be wonderful, and she sent it to John as well, and I thank you so much, girl. I'm going to try to go through some of this a little quicker than I normally do, but you know how we are going to get held up. Some of y'all send me something big. This came from Barbara Truesdale from Orangeburg, South Carolina, and I'll use it to hold all my other cards. Barbara sent this. Isn't this beautiful? It's candles in a flag, and we're going to hang that out there at the canning kitchen out on the porch. It says, be a light to the world, and that is why we are here. It sure is. That's our sole purpose, is to be a light to the world. It's to totally shine God's light and the love of Jesus in the world, and that's it. You're not here for anything else, and if you think you are, think again, okay? That may be why everything's going a shamble in your life, because that's why we're here. We're not here to be jealous of what our neighbors have or to do ugly things to people or wish ugly on other people. We're really not, okay? And I know that we've all done it. I have. And so that's not why I'm here. So that's why we veer off and we have lots of stuff going in our life and craziness all the time because we're not just doing the one thing we should be doing. So I love that flag. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. And it also has purple in it. You want me to show you one more time? Let's see. I'll open it up now that I'm here with y'all. Yeah, I'm going to open it real quick, guys. This ain't going to be a real quick video, and I'll probably split it into a few videos because when I make a real long video, it takes forever to post, or it will never post for us. So I may split it up, like I said. Here we go. How pretty is that? So very pretty, and I love that. Yes, I do. I sure do. All right, y'all, and Barbara, your card's in here somewhere. We'll come across it in a minute because I put everyone's cards in here. And there's going to be some that I'm going to miss out on reading because I've had so many everywhere. But just know I have read it, okay? Just know that. Please, 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 please. This comes from Gary and Jackie Duke. And I thank you so much because each and every one of your cards, and where are y'all from? Spiro, Oklahoma. Is it hot there on y'all in Spiro? It's hot here, but you know what? Today it actually started raining early hours of the morning, and I was so thankful. Yes, I was. So there's hope. There's hope you can get rain because it's been like Hades around here. And we've had cows hit the ground. We had somebody say, "What are you doing with a cow hitting the ground this time of year? It's too hot." Well, I agree with you 100%. But this is in our second herd, and we don't have as much in our second herd heifers. So we didn't want to invest in a bull yet. But so what we did was rent a bull last year. Actually, we traded him, Petey, for some rock. They needed some SB2 rock, and we happen to be rock people. And so then we traded. And so we got Petey. So we had to get Petey when he wasn't scheduled, okay? I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right? So everything doesn't always go like that. Why did you not do that? Oh, welcome to our world and our life. So things aren't just perfect like that. So we were able to get Petey the 1st of November through the winter. And so, sure enough, I guess he hit the ground running after this little one's mama that y'all just saw on that little video. But it's doing wonderful and fine. And actually, like I say, it started raining and it's turned off cool for the next couple of days. And we've got overcast days. So it's just perfect. So God takes care of them anyway, doesn't he? Yeah, but that's why that cow hit the ground during the hot time of the year, is because that's when we could get Petey, okay? So, anyway, you may live in a perfect world, whoever said that, but I do not. I'm far, far, far from that perfect world. So, anyway, that's just my little rant, okay? But many of y'all jumped on there and was like, why not? You know, and y'all were funny, and I loved it. I got a little kick out of it. This comes from Greensboro, North Carolina. Anyway, in Oklahoma, guys, I hope that y'all are getting some little hope, even of a breeze. We had a breeze just the other day. It was hot, but it was windy. And we're like, hey, we'll take it. We'll take whatever we can get. And thankful. And that's what I woke up this morning being, and I always drink my coffee and read my Bible first. Well, while my coffee's perking, I go let out my chickens and I gather eggs and I give them fresh water in the morning, especially during this heat. But anyway, then I sit down with my coffee and my Bible. And that's what I said this morning. I was like, today there's not going to be any cooking. I'm going to use something that I already have in the freezer. Y'all know I do twice the amount so we can eat it another day out of the freezer. And today's going to be chili since it's rainy today. Even though it's not chili season, it's rainy, so it sort of feels like it outside. And I love that. And I have some chili in the freezer. So we're having that. But I'm also going to bake us a big baked potato with it. And then I'm going to put the chili on top with cheese and butter and sour cream. And it's going to be so comforting. Yes, it is. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today. And so I said today is going to be all about thankfulness. I'm thanking God for this rain right in the middle of this hot time. We just had a burn ban start here all over the state of Louisiana yesterday. It was in the news. So that shows you how hot and dry it's been. So I was very thankful today. And I said today's just going to be thankful day. We're going to stick to that all day, okay? So if y'all want to be thankful, y'all just stay right here. Y'all just stay right here with me. But anyway, we're going to get back to Greensboro, North Carolina. And let's see who this came from. If I can get this back out here. This came from Dennis and Bev Oliver. I thank my God upon every remembrance of you, Philippians 1:3. And that is a verse of thankfulness, right? I know. And I love, love, love that. Again, y'all are just thanking me for doing this, getting on here with you. And I'm thanking you for this card. And I love that little thankful verse that you also put in here. It's so, so sweet and kind and wonderful. And I sure do thank you for that. I wonder what the weather's like in North Carolina. Maybe it's a little cooler than here. I always like to think other people are cooler. I do, I do. This comes from Texas. Yes, it does. Waco. Been through Waco so, so, so many times. How do you say your last name? Krenek. Krennick? I don't know, but anyway, I'm sure thanking you. Yes, I am. Walter and Debbie Krennick. Yes. And y'all sent me a sweet, sweet, sweet thankfulness card. And it's full of joy. And I thank you. And y'all wish me blessed. And I truly wish you blessed as well. I thank you so much for that. I do, I do. Y'all are probably like, wow, she finally got that card. Like I say, as you see, I've opened all of these. That comes from Waco. I bet y'all been very, very warm too. This comes from Brittany Knapp, Clara Brittany Knapp, and she writes me all the time. And she's a little sweetheart. And sometimes I get to read her letters on here with y'all, and sometimes I don't. She lives in Missouri. And she's a sweetheart. And sometimes she writes me long, long, long letters. This one's a little short one. Wishing me well. And John and Cricket, Brittany says. And Brittany, girl, I sure thank you for that. And you send me stuff all the time. And you're always commenting. And you're so, so, so sweet to me. And I thank you for that. This comes from Joy and Dickie. And I've already taken this out of the envelope and lost it. Like I say, welcome to my world, right? But I thank y'all so much for y'all's sweet, sweet card that you sent me several months back. And it's precious. It's precious to me and going in my stack. Y'all see, this is a Christmas card I didn't get opened in time from Cheryl Eldridge. And she's got the night before Christmas in here. I have an old book of my mama and daddy's that we grew up, and it's the night before Christmas. It's got beautiful illustrations in it, and I love that. I do, I do, I do. Here's y'all's envelopes from Cartersville, Georgia, and thank you so much for that. That was precious. And what I love to do at Christmas time is I take a big piece of ribbon and I put all these cards on there, just tape or staple or whatever, and they're hanging on my pantry door. And it's so cute. And you can just go by and open one up if you're feeling poorly, you know, or just wanting a little pick me up, right? This comes from Terrebonne, Oregon. Do you know I've never been to Oregon? I sure haven't, but that's on my list. I want to go everywhere. Do y'all want to go everywhere? This comes from the Rands, R-A-N-D-S. Says, just want to thank you for all the time you take and the friendship you have shared with us. Thank you again. And it also has, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, John 3:16. And that is the truth. Yes, he did. And that's what he did for us. And I love that. And I thank you so much. And I'm saving it. And it's also purpley card. So pretty. This one's in a purple envelope. I mean, aren't y'all just something? This comes from Amy. Hey, girl. I like your name. Says, Dear John and Amy, hoping you and your family are doing well. Stay safe and blessed all year long. With love and friendship, Amy and family. Amy, thank you so much. That's so sweet. And I feel the same towards you, and I wish the same for you. I do. And you live in Illinois. Moline, Illinois, or Moline. I don't know. Everything I say is very country, American country, right? I know. So, anyway, thank you for that card. And I've enjoyed looking at that card many times the last several months. This also came in there with this flag right here, this little devotional book, and I've kept it so I can show y'all. Now I'm going to put it with my Bible. It has 1 Peter 1:6 on the front. Be truly glad, Being thankful. Glad is thankful. There is wonderful joy ahead. Hey, that's hopeful too, isn't it, right? So we're going to be thankful and hopeful today. And do you know, I'm going to stop right here just thinking about it. And thank you for this book too, as well, very much, Barbara. I really appreciate that. I'm going to take it out now and it's going to go. Did you hear Little Purple Cow? That's so sweet. I played that little game with Ashley the other day when I was here. I think that's why she wanted to take it home, because I was really letting her play with it and enjoy it. But anyway, oh yeah, talking about thankfulness, and I need to look it up and do a whole thing on it. But you know, when we're thankful, what I mean, a whole little thing on it, like really read to you, like being thankful, how it makes you. Being thankful is actually very good for your own self. It makes us happier and it makes us healthier just to be thankful for things in our life. Even in the midst of crazy, okay, it really helps us to be thankful. So think about that and research it and look it up, because it's true. It really is true. So be thankful. That's why today we're going to be thankful, right? Yeah, we're going to be. We're going to be. My mother would clobber me if she heard me say we're going to be. This comes from Denver, Colorado. Well, that's where it went through in the mail. It actually comes from Littleton, Colorado. Miss Jeannie Erickson. Hey, Jeannie, thank you. And she sends a thank you card to me. Girl, no, thank you. Says, Dear Miss Amy, I'm so sorry for the loss of your sweet Lily. Thank you, girl. Sweet Lily was a little puppy dog that got run over in my yard earlier this year, a few months back. Thank you for your videos. I appreciate all the wonderful recipes you share with us. God bless you, John, your family, and your farm. Always look forward to your sweet videos. You make my day, Jeannie Erickson. And it says love you, and love you too, Jeannie. And you make my day with this little card. I love all the little things y'all send me, because a lot of times I'll think, nobody wants to see this silliness anymore. Nobody really wants it. And then I get little things like this from y'all, or just a little message on my phone, or I'll run into one of you in town. Yesterday we were at John's uncle's funeral, Mr. Perry Murray. He lived in this area his whole life as well. John's daddy's brother, and he was a lot like John's daddy. And so we were there, and several of you ladies were there that wanted to see me and watches me all the time. And y'all said y'all already felt like you knew me and the farm and John, and it's just wonderful. I love that. I love when I run into one of you, and y'all are from Texas coming back, originally from around here. So I really enjoyed that a lot, and I really enjoy all of these little things, because not only y'all say I encourage y'all and y'all need that, well, y'all also encourage me, and I need that, so we really help one another, really, really, really honestly do. So I thank you so much for that. I do. So everywhere I go, I just always find little blessings back from y'all, and I thank y'all so much for that. There was something I was just reading there, and oh, Lily, sweet Lily, thank you. That's a little puppy dog that I worked to get to come to us. She was running the streets up and down here, and I finally got her here, and I finally got her spayed and all fixed up. And I have my puppy dogs inside a wireless fence, and I know most of y'all already know this. And a delivery driver literally drove into the grass in my yard, not one tire, but the entire truck. And we have a huge turnaround outside, and I'm not going to rant and rave about it. And squished her in the ground and run over her. And of course, it was on my security camera, so I can't unsee that. But then I had many people, I actually had some of you call me and say that you talked to someone who worked at UPS and they already knew about it, and basically blah, 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 because y'all encouraged me to call them. And when I did, they're like, oh no, we didn't know that. And they were just like, oh, we're so sorry. Is your dog okay? I was like, no, my dog dead. My dog dead, okay? So anyway, so no, UPS didn't know about it, and no, nothing was done about it. But what I did do, and I hate that I used the death of Sweet Lily to do that because I had asked several delivery drivers to stop at my canning kitchen because my canning kitchen is before our carport. And, when people come up in your carport, it's almost like they're coming in your house or under your skirt or something, and this delivery driver had actually already scratched my ride with a package, and I said nothing. And that's what I do. I say nothing, I say nothing, I say nothing. I remain silent. And then something like that happened. And I had asked, and it was like, oh, no, 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 I'm going to come on up here to the carport, like, well, this is my house and my domain, yet you're going to do what you want to do. Oh, okay. And so then my dog ended up run over in a fence, in a fenced-in area. So that was really, so anyway, what I did, I ordered a big sign, all deliveries stop here. And John put it on the porch of my canning kitchen. And now all that's repaired. And I just get angry at myself that I didn't just demand things like that to begin with. And I didn't just put that out there. And I did call UPS for that. And you know what they told me? Oh, no, ma'am, we can't put that in the computer. We can't do that. We can't just make it be delivered there. You have to call on the day that a package is coming there, and it's got to be before 8 a.m. so we can get that in there, and then we'll start that day. So it was all like, okay, thank you for nothing. Thank you so much for nothing. So I ordered that sign, and I put it out there, and they read that, and that's where they stop now. And all my deliveries stop there. Now, my little mail girls, all I had to say was, hey, stop here. You won't have to worry about driving amongst the puppy dogs because they're in a fence. They can't get to you. They're in that wireless fence. And all the little delivery mail girls were like, okay, perfectly fine. And that's fine. And when it's raining, they literally open my canning kitchen door and put the mail on the inside so it won't get rained on. So, that's so wonderful and terrific of them. So I want to give them a shout out and say thank you so much for just conforming. And that's all we have to do is just, oh, okay. I don't know. The world's just not that simple and easy. So I want to shine a big bright light on you and say thank you so much for doing that because I really, really, really appreciate that. I do. All right. Now that I've carried on and on and on, that's just so whoever didn't know about Sweet Lily. Sweet Lily, she's a doll. That's actually a road out in this area. And it's a road that my best friend Brittany and I walked on together when we would exercise together just a couple of years back before the pandemic. And we would actually talk with her sister. Her sister has passed away. And we would talk with her and she would have her on speaker. And so I really remember that. Those are like sweet, sweet days in my memory that we would listen to her and she would be talking about things in her life. And it was just, I don't know, listening to her talk to us kind of got Brittany and I, we would walk like 6 point something, almost 7 miles. Okay. We were like really getting it. We keep saying, we got to do that again. We got out of that habit. But anyway, so those are real sweet memories to us. And it was on Sweet Lily. And so when she came up, she was actually dumped in that area. And I fed her and fed her and fed her and fed her. And bless her little heart, I don't know if someone had mistreated her, but she just didn't trust anyone. So it took me forever to get her up here. And then she would sleep outside my bedroom window at night. And the only reason we saw that, we saw her on the security camera. And then during the day, she was gone. But John, one morning, actually got down on his hands and knees and caught that little old dog. He had to sweet talk her and caught her. And so then we got her and fixed her all up, only to have her squished in her own front yard in the grass. So, yeah, that was really sad, sad time. So I hope she's with my mama. It seems like whenever, and I don't know, y'all tell me, for us, it seems like when we lose a loved one in our life, we also lose an animal real close by. It is so strange to us and so like, huh? So I don't know. And say, what's a coincidence? But I do not believe in coincidences because I've never had anyone prove to me that's just a coincidence. It's always connected. So anyway, that's just in my life. So yeah, I hope she and my mama are having a good time. Oh, Sweet Lily. She was a dear. Okay. All right, this is from Lehigh Acres, Florida. I love that name of the place in Florida. This is from Faye Dickey. And Faye, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. This card's also purple. I am seeing how you are went that extra length, so I'm just giving you that credit. I thank you, girl. It says, Dearest Amy and John, I felt that I just had to write you to let you know how much joy you bring into my life. I already do know how to cook, and I love that, and I collect recipes when they appeal to me. So I really don't need to learn, but without meaning to sound arrogant at all, and no, you don't, I have many of the same values in kinds of ingredients and quality of what we put into our bodies. Yes, Miss Faye, and I get what you're saying. I do. So, yeah, we've just got a lot in common there, right? I just get so much pleasure from watching your videos. I so much admire the two of you together and how much you complete one another. You are so precious to me. Thank you so very much for sharing your joy. Oh, thank you. And you've got pictures of puppy dogs, and they look like Labradors and German Shepherds. And I just wonder, is that what you have? I don't know. But anyway, it says, Truly with love, Faye Dickey. Faye, thank you so much. That was such a sweet letter. And it's going with my collection down in the canning kitchen. Yes, it is. And I've read that more than once, and I love it. Now I've read it more than then, right? Exactly. Um, and you talking about you already know how to cook. There's lots of people that I've run into that say, Amy, I don't even cook, but I love to watch the videos. And it's just because we're being happy and joyful, even amongst what's going on in our lives. Because if we sit and just dwell on that and the yucky going on in our life, then mentally that's where we are, and then you end up physically yucky, right? I know. Then you can't do anything. And I've done that many times. I'm not saying that like preaching, I'm saying that's what I've done, and I realized it, I don't know, a couple of years in, that Amy, you've got to get out of this dwelling on what's going on in your life or the yuckiness in your life, because now it's making you not even get the day-to-day things done that you need to do. And if I can't get my day-to-day things done, then I really feel yucky. Do y'all? I know. So anyway, I get that. And you don't have to cook. You don't even have to cook to be on here with us, right? You can just enjoy listening and talking. All right, this is Jefferson, Georgia. Oh, and that's another thing. This is from Joe Warlick in Jefferson. Thank you, Joe, and I'm about to read your card, but I want to talk a little bit about the talking and visiting. I still, no matter what I have started doing, because you've got some people that love us talking and visiting and telling stories and carrying on. And then other people will be like, get to it already, Amy. Golly, I don't have this kind of time, blah, blah, blah. And I get that too. So what I've started trying to do now that I film one for Facebook up and down, and I film YouTube this way. And then I've got an overhead video, not today, no, but I've got one when I cook videos, food, then I can do a quick little video. I can make it a short, or I can make it a reel, or I can stick it on TikTok, or I can just make it just plain on video, but really short, to the point. So when you're like, what was that so-and-so Amy made? I want to learn how to make that real quick. I just need a quick rundown again, so I write it down and get to it. Like you want to do supper real quick or something like red chicken or whatever. Then you can also go to that short version, watch the video, or get the, and see it real quick and just move along and cook. So, but inevitably, so I'm trying to please everybody, and that's what I do. That's, that's part of my world. But inevitably, when I do the short videos, I've already posted the long video where I'm talking and yakking and carrying on, but still, someone or more than someone will come on there and say, "Oh, I really just don't like this video. I just really don't like that you're not talking. And I really wish you'd have done this long. I really wish I could have seen you, your face, and heard you talk." And I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because I just posted that. So what I'm saying is, if you're sitting here and listening to this long story, I just want to say that because I want you to know that I have done it. And please, either I've put it in the description box or under the title, it'll be a whole other little link that you can click, and it'll open up that video where I'm doing it long and I'm talking about it, okay? And that way you don't have to miss out. Or, yeah, it's at the end and it'll even go playing like on YouTube. It might start playing for you. So anyway, just look around. And if it's not in the description box or it's not there with the recipe, just look at the video before that or the video after or a couple of times before, just real close by, and you'll see where it's long. And we did talk all during the video. So, but many of you hop on there and say, "Oh, she did do that. She did that yesterday," or, something like that. And I appreciate y'all being there for me, because a lot of times I'm posting and I'm running on around and I can't get to my questions or my comments for a while. So I really, really, really appreciate you for that. I do. Okay. Joe says, "It is such a joy to watch you cook. I look forward to your videos each week. Have you ever thought about writing a cookbook?" I wish you would, Joe. I certainly have thought about it, because so many of you have asked me for that. And thank you. Let me finish your card and I'll talk about that a little bit. Your home and your farm are beautiful. John is such a sweetheart. You both remind me of my husband and I. How sweet. We started dating when we were 14 years old and in the ninth grade. That is wonderful. 2 kiddos and 37 years of marriage. We are still falling in love. Thank you for being such a blessing to so many. Joe, that is an awesome story of you and your hubby, and I love it. And y'all were just kiddos when y'all got together. That was fantastic. John and I were in our early 20s. John was actually 19 when we got together, but we're not going to talk about that because he's a little bit younger than me. But yeah, we were kiddos. We really were. But y'all were like really kiddos, and I love that. I love that y'all are still together. And even though lots of people probably think that John and I have a perfect relationship, we don't. But we're not going to get on here on camera doing cooking videos and be like, "Well, he ticked me off today because this or this happened that really hurt my feelings," So a lot of people kind of like idolize our marriage, But one time I need to get John on here and be like, "Is it really perfect?" See what kind of looks he might give us. But we do love each other and we do forgive each other at the end of the day. Maybe sometimes it takes a little longer than the day, but we do. He's probably in the house hearing me say this going, or he's probably not even listening. Right. But anyway, yeah. If you're together long enough, you are listening. John just came. Are you listening? Come here. Just a little bit. Come around here. Tell everybody, do we have a perfect marriage? Huh? Do we have a perfect marriage?
Well, I guess as perfect as it could be.
Perfect as it could be.
Yeah, perfect as it could be.
You gotta squeeze on down here, baby, from there. Yeah. All right, darling. I'm trying to get some through all of this mail that everybody sent me.
Pile of it, baby.
Yeah, it's a pile. This is only the beginning.
I love you, sweetie. I just go back to work.
I love you, darling. Yeah, John's just in between jobs. He came in to get him a little bite to eat. This comes from Melinda Barefoot in 4 Oaks, North Carolina. Says, "Dear Amy," Melinda, thank you so much for this card. You're so sweet. "Just had my second surgery on my right finger to get rid of scar tissue so I can bend my finger." Oh my goodness, yeah, scar tissue come back and get you, won't it? "I cut my finger with a steel knife trying to get the pit out of an avocado. Oh my goodness. The knife slipped and I cut 2 tendons and a nerve. The first surgery was in June. The second surgery was yesterday. Went to therapy and started bending today. No pain, no gain. Right? Please say a prayer that I'm able to bend that finger after all the therapy. Girl, I put you on my prayer list back when I read this a few months back. And I sure hope you're good today and bending your fingers. And y'all, a lot of y'all will tell me on my videos that I have pretty hands. And if you could see them up close, some of them have big gouging scars on them where I was trying to get something separated. This particular one was actually, I had some frozen deer steaks. And I was wanting to hurry up and get them thawed. And I was trying to hack into them like that to get them separated so I could get them thawing faster. And of course, the knife slipped. That was in my younger days when I didn't say, no, don't do that anymore, Amy. And it went straight into my finger. It actually left it numb there, And I've done that all over the place to myself. But, so I'm so glad that you went and got surgery and that you're able to get that back and going, and I hope you are. You'll have to let me know. I know you are. I know you're doing good. But yeah, I've been praying for you ever since, girl. I sure have. And I know that you're doing well, and your finger is. Yes, I do, Melinda. This comes from Miss Carolyn Land from Macon, Georgia. Amy, I love watching your videos and how you and John work together and play together. May God continue to bless you too in this year. Thank you so much. And it's another thankful verse. And I love that. It says, thanks be to God for his indescribable gift. 2 Corinthians 9:15. And amen to that, Carolyn. I sure thank you so much for this card. And as you see, I had read it a while back, but I would not put any of these away until I read them on here with y'all. This comes from Wilsonville, Oregon. It's got a cow sticker on the front. Thank you. It says, it comes from Suzanne McCoy in Wilsonville, Oregon. I'm the one that sent you the small glass white chicken dish, and I love that. And it is down in my candy kitchen. It's actually in the kitchen window. So the next time we're down in there, I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to say exactly who sent that and show that. And I love that little glass white chicken. It's like almost like milk glass, and it's beautiful, and it's a little small thing, and it's just so cute, and it matches some other chickens that I have. And so thank you so much for that, for reminding me who you were that sent that. I need a whole secretary who just says who sent what, and that's why a lot of times I'll just say that one of you sent me, because I'm just thanking you again, but I sure can't begin to remember all those names. Half the time I can't remember my name, right? So thank you, girl. And yes, I enjoy it all the time when I'm in my candy kitchen. Yes, I do. This comes from North Augusta, South Carolina, from Candy. Candy, I love that name. Yes, I do. It says, I'm new to the South and have been learning much from yourself and others about Southern cooking, fellowship, and family. I appreciate you and all the hard work you do to help me and my family with your great recipes and encouraging words. How sweet is that, Candy? Thank you so much. I'm sending you, John Murray, and family love and blessings. May God bless you and keep you all. Thank you so much, Candy. That is sweet, sugar sweet, Candy. Yes, it is. I appreciate that very much, girl. So very sweet. All right. Sylvia in Brunswick, Georgia. Sylvia, I saved this because that looks like a homemade Christmas card. Isn't that pretty? Yes. And it says, Dear Amy, thank you for being faithful with YouTube. I've learned so much from you. Your laughter is contagious. Sylvia, I want to thank you for that, because you wouldn't believe the times that people have said, and it makes me laugh. I'm sorry. I had someone tell me one time, well, I've been trying to watch you with all your laughing, and you just laughed one time too many today, so I'm going to have to quit watching you. And all I could do was laugh. I'm sorry. I just thought, oh my goodness. Okay, well, so it's not for everybody. So I love that you think my laughter is contagious. You know, laughter is real good for us too. Like really good for our heart and everything, just like thankfulness. So maybe we need to talk about laughter and thankfulness, right? Because they're both really, really good for us. Just like forgiveness. Um, a lot of times we forgive, and forgiveness isn't necessarily for that other person. It's that we need to forgive. It's actually for ourselves and our own hearts, that we can heal and that we can move on and do what we need to be doing and shine our lights, and we can't shine a light when we've got unforgiveness in our own heart. So it helps us too. There are many things that we do that helps other people, but it also is for our own health as well. Forgiveness is another one. Thankfulness and forgiveness. And what was the other one? Laughter. Yes, laughter, laughter, laughter. So anyway, but we're all different, and some of us just don't like that laughter. So, like I say, I'm probably not for you. Probably not. You know what? Before I start on another package, I'm going to stop this, and then we're going to start again because this video is probably going to have a hard time posting. I'm going to have to deal with the old devil just to get it posted. So let me come turn y'all off, and then we'll just restart right over again, okay? I'll see y'all in a sec.